Greetings once again from Germany, and as always, an apology for being a little late in getting a video out. As you can imagine, my life just before Christmas became extremely busy at work, and thereafter there were some personal things in my life that required some attention, and I just didn't have the time to post videos like I would have liked to. However, the time has come that I do have the time and I do have the energy, and I always have the interest. And today I have a particularly good reason to put a video out because I have reached a milestone. Yay! And I thought I would share it with you. I have finally, after, I don't know, 30 years, finally moved into my own apartment, a real apartment. And I'm as excited as I possibly could be. And I'd like to share that with you because I want to show you how I lived when I first came here to Germany, which was still better than I lived in America, but how I'm living today, because I want to make the point that there is life after the registry. There is a better life after the registry, and darn it, I'm living it. So when I first came to Germany, I had to live in immigrant housing for, I don't know, about 18 months. And I finally got permission to move into my own place, and I did. So what I'm gonna do this morning is I'm gonna take you across the city to the other side where I was living in a government apartment, and I'm gonna show you that building, and I'm gonna show you the apartment I lived in so that you can compare it to the building I'm living in today and how I'm living today. So if you're up for an adventure, let's go across town. Let's catch the train real quick. It's about a 30-minute ride, and I don't know, let's do it. Let's spend the morning together. Come on. Okay, so we're about to go inside the immigration camp where I lived before I got this apartment. And I'm not going to show the front because I think there's a law or something against that. I'm just going to be careful. But before we go in, I'd like to draw your attention to the shopping carts behind me because you can guarantee they're stolen. And I'm going to make a point about that in just a second. So let's go inside if you're ready. Come on. We're now inside the main gate, and that's the front of the building where I lived. But before we walk over there, I want to show you these bikes. All of these bikes, I guarantee you 100% are stolen. And every once in a while, the police will come here and actually go through the serial numbers on the bikes looking for stolen bicycles. And at least they have the common sense to lock up the bikes that they've stolen, because you wouldn't want it stolen. Okay, so we've just come inside the building, and if we walk inside the vestibule toward the elevator that doesn't work, has never worked. And let me take you to the parking lot. I hope there's enough light, but this is the parking lot. If that's any indication of how many babies we have in this building. And one of the things I'd like you to take a look at right here is when we look down the stairwell, we'll see that people must have found it more convenient to throw their trash on the stairs instead of walk to any of the numerous garbage cans that are provided. And in the center of this picture toward the bottom, you'll see what I think is urine. I'm pretty sure it's urine, but I wasn't gonna get down there and do a taste test, so I don't know. As we go up the stairs toward my apartment, you're gonna see that a piece of the wall is falling off. And I'd ask you to mind your step right here because yes, that is indeed pigeon poop, because people don't mind living with animals in here. If you take a quick peek in the bathroom, you're gonna notice that a mirror is missing off the wall, and I'm sure that it ended up in somebody's room. And the mirror to the sink, the mirror over the sink to the right has so scratched up that you can't see anything, so it's completely pointless. Take a look in the shower, and you're gonna notice the shower head is missing. I'm sorry to make this graphic, but if you look at the toilet, this is the best it ever got. This is as clean as it ever got. Now, if you're wondering if I ever cleaned anything or helped clean things, yes. When I first moved onto this particular floor, I helped clean. I'm borderline OCD, so I really cleaned. And very quickly I realized that I was the only person on my floor cleaning. And I'm not paid to be anybody's maid, and I'm certainly not anybody's mother, so I'm not cleaning up after them. After a while, I just gave up, and I only worried about cleaning my personal room. All my cooking, when I needed to shower, when I needed to use the toilet, I went to work and did it. I saved it till I got to work, and that's how I dealt with that. Now let's take a quick peek inside my room, and as I open the door, you're gonna see that it doesn't open all the way. And why would it not open all the way? That would be because my former roommate piles all his stuff behind the door. And as if that's not enough, he piles it on top of his locker. Now, I'm not going to open the locker to show you because it's not my property and it's not my place, but he has nothing stored inside the cabinets or in the shelving. Everything is piled on the side of his locker, on top of his locker, and under. This is my bed right here, the gray and black. And if you peek over here, you're going to see our wash area. That's our sink, and that's our really bad mirror. And that's all we had. And this is the entire room. This is the place that I lived for about 14 months, right here, and I had to share it with another person. This is not even the size of the walk-in closet that I had when I was a kid. And 14 months, right here. Kind of felt like a prison cell. So now that you've seen the worst of where I lived, let's go back across town to where I'm living now, and that's going to require us to jump on the train, which is going to be here in just a moment. So come with me, join me. As if to set an immediate contrast, this is the park that is immediately in front of my apartment building. Literally, we walk out the front door of our apartment building, and this is what we see. And as hard as it is to imagine, I am actually walking in the downtown area of my city. Well, when I say downtown, I'm a couple streets over, but this is basically downtown in a major city in Germany. And as you can see, it is very green. That's something I've noticed about the cities, and I think I mentioned that in one of my early videos, is just how green these cities are. They go to great lengths here to keep the forests and the trees and the flowers and the fresh air downtown. So this is the area where I live, and gotta love it, and I do. This is our living room, and I'm going to apologize for the echo that might be in the room. I had to close the door because my roommate's still sleeping. So what I'm going to do is open the windows and open a door outside and see if that helps the sound any. So what I find really interesting about these windows, if the handle's turned downward, you'll see it's locked. If we turn the handle just 90 degrees, it opens like a normal window and lets in all that great air. If you turn it all the way up, then it falls outward, falls inward, and then we get fresh air from the top without the window being all the way open, which is a good protection against rain. So if it starts raining while we're not home, it'll just hit the window and flow downward. But by opening all of these up, we get a whole lot of this gorgeous morning fresh air, because even though I had a jacket on outside, it really is not that cold. It's perfect. Leave the windows. So this is a door that leads out to the balcony, and as you can see, just like the windows you just saw, if I turn the handle this way, the door opens like a normal door. But if I turn it up, the door slides inward, and we can have fresh air come from the top without the door being open. Europe is the only place I know that does this. So let's open it and see if it helps the echo in here. Again, this is our living room, and as you can see, it is much, much cleaner than the last place I lived. And this room by itself is almost twice the size of the room that I was sharing with somebody else. But this is my new room. This is, as you can see, grossly different. Maybe I shouldn't use the word grossly. It is significantly different, significantly better than my last apartment. And the photographs or mural that you see on the wall is from a place in Hamburg where my best friend and I often hang out. So having this on the wall reminds me of how much I love the city of Hamburg. Maybe one day I'll get to live there, or better, go to law school there. So let me thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I hope you found this interesting. I don't know how informative it is, but I hope you found it interesting. And please know that I have more videos coming out in the very near future. We've already got the material lined up. Now it's a matter of being able to sit down and get it edited. Hopefully also you'll notice that we're using better equipment this time, both audio and video. I would like to thank the folks who have donated this equipment to us, and I would like to thank the folks who have started supplying us with money. That was not expected. As you know, I never asked for money. Obviously it helps considerably. It makes a big difference because there's a lot involved in putting these videos out. So I give a thanks to those people. I emailed those folks and asked them if they would allow me to put their names in the video so that I can give credit to them, and they asked that their names not be presented. I totally respect that. I totally understand that. And ultimately their kindness is what matters. So at this moment, I'm thanking those people. I'm sorry I can't do it by name on air, but you know who you are, and I've sent you emails, so thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So until next time, remember what I'm gonna say it. If you're not happy with your situation, do something about it. If you're waiting for somebody to knock on your door and offer you a new and better life, you're gonna be waiting a very long time. It's on you to do it. But when you do it, make sure that you have a detailed plan. Make sure you have a very good idea of what you're doing. So until next time, I ask you to be safe, I ask you to be wise, and I ask you to be aware. Until next time, cheers.